We are making this statement on behalf of the Women's Measure Group for the General Debate section of HLPF 2021. The COVID-19 crisis and the measures taken by most states to address it has reinforced the long-standing gender inequality and exacerbated the scale and severity of the impact, further disrupting the already challenged access to health, including sexual and reproductive health services, education, basic food security, decent work, and nutrition for women and girls in all their diversity in most parts of the world. It has also increased maternal mortality, early and unintended pregnancies, unsafe abortion, female genital mutilation cutting, human trafficking, and child early and forced marriage and gender-based violence. The crisis has surged gender-based inequalities and exacerbated the discrimination among women, youth, migrant workers, people with disabilities, people living with HIV and AIDS, Indigenous women, LGBTIQ, including intersectionalities of these, with many young girls dropping out of school and unable to access digital education, widen the education gender parity, while huge unemployment and the reduction in labor income have been unevenly distributed between workers, in particularly with greater impacts on the most ones in the most vulnerable and frontline contexts such as women, youth, migrants, LGBTIQ, low-paid, skilled, informal, increasing the economic divide and social inequality. The neoliberal policies adopted by the majority of the countries hinder the achievement of the SDGs. With ongoing pandemic, it has created new challenges while deepening the multiple and interconnected forms of oppression such as heteropatriarchy, white supremacy, colonialism, militarism, neoliberal capitalism, ethno-nationalism, and authoritarianism. Therefore, it is urgent that governments and civil society make radical changes, including the implementation of a new social contract. Now is the opportunity for governments, together with civil society, to consider the necessary changes to avoid the deterioration of the planet and recognize the need to protect life and guarantee human rights for all the people.
The COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced that we need a systemic shift to a more sustainable economy that works for both people and the planet. The coronavirus must be faced with a human rights and intersectionality approach, establishing progressive economic policies with systems that guarantee prevention measures without deepening economic deterioration. It has become increasingly clear that endless economic growth is neither feasible nor desirable in a world with limited resources and a severely degraded environment. Economic system requires radical structural changes that rethink goals of growth and stability and assumption of gender and political neutrality to support, rather than undermine a world of equality and justice. This requires systematic changes, including in tax and fiscal policy, expenditure policy, and labor market policies, and addressing informal economies and care work. We are also concerned about the lack of implementation of concrete actions based on disaggregated data by ethnicity, race, disability, essential when planning responses from the perspective of intersectionality and interculturality, as well as programs and services to reduce inequality among women, girls, and the elderly. The shrinking spaces of CSOs further adds to the deterioration in rights and increase of inequalities. It is therefore important that intersectional, gender-responsive, and human rights-based approaches are deployed for resilient recovery from the pandemic in order to realize the Agenda 2030 without leaving no one behind.
Levels treat COVID-19 vaccines as a global public good, abandon vaccine nationalism, the stockpiling of vaccines, and support the TRIPS COVID-19 waiver, provide adequate financial, human, and infrastructure resources towards achieving UHC and integrate sexual and reproductive health care services into the provision of primary health care and UHC packages. Prioritize the engagement of women and girls in all ways, in all our diversity in COVID-19 response and recovery plans, including school reopening plans, as well as continuations of remote learning. Thus, new and emerging strategies need to be adopted to balancing the crisis. While COVID-19 makes a bad situation worse, it presents a short window of opportunity to make real and innovative decisions for a greener and more just world for everyone to thrive, with social, economic, and civil guarantees based on human rights, essential to build back transformatively and sustainably.